So hi guys, so we're here with a new video, and this video will be an Enhancement Shaman PvP video, and I'm going to talk about the rotation first and the talent builds and the idea behind the talent build. It is not PvP guide. I'm going to keep it short because we have a solo shuffle match right away where we are going to showcase the build, so please do not skip the video or else you will not comprehend. Also, if you have questions about my add-ins, settings, UI, I will have in the description. I'm in the description, but also in the comments, the video link of where I am explaining about my settings, UI, or add-ins I'm using. I do get those questions every single video, but now I want to try to inform you guys beforehand so you can actually check them out whenever you want the add-ins or settings or UI. So let's talk about the rotation. Before we start, we're going to talk maybe about the build, because the build is straightforward, something I always wanted to play but never got really the motivation to do, because again, it's not really the meta build. The meta build is without ascendance but go for deeply rooted, and you never go for Taurus evocation. But this build is a glass cannon build. Basically, whenever you're going for ascendance go, which is basically going with every single buff you can actually apply to yourself, which is annoying because you have a lot of GCDs, so you will have to press a lot of buttons before you actually can start doing damage. But people do notice it and can stop you, but whenever they don't stop you, you're going to one-shot someone. It's similar as a pillar go from a frost DK. So with this build, whenever you're going for an ascendance, you will always have the rinsification, and whenever you're actually going for a wind strike, it will automatically consume up to 5 maelstrom weapons. So you will fling lightning bolts or chain lightning every time you're going to do some big damage. So whenever it's a chain, like a chain AoE damage, it's going to be chain lightning. If it's like a single target damage, which is probably the best for you, it is going to be lightning bolt, because you're going to do massive damage. We have 2 points in legacy of the first switch because we want physical damage to be increased, because wind strike and storm strike does physical damage. It doesn't do nature damage, unfortunately. I wish wind strike actually did nature damage, but it is not the case. It does ignore armor, so I guess it works a bit like magical damage, but it is not magical damage. So, and we also play with Wind Fury Totem instead of Ice Strike. Again, Ice Strike is cool, but it is a GCD extra you're going to press. It is going to snare, but basically you're going to frost shock anyways, and the extra damage you're going to get on frost shock, again, it will give you another GCD to press, and you have already so many GCDs to press. If it's not damage, it is going to be healing or a flame shock or a frost shock or anything you can actually press to stop the enemy. We are playing with Shamanism, Counter-Strike Totem, but basically this is the Flex Totem. We're playing with Static Field Totem or Grounding Totem most of the time. If it's a melee cleave, often not I'll try with Counter-Strike Totem, because sometimes they are not going to break it, but if they do, and I sense they are actually always breaking my totems, I would play with Static Field Totem to actually give a bit of leeway towards chasing healers or chasing melees or casters. So how do you do the rotation? So basically what you want to do is actually always have the elemental shields on yourself, and you want to have always a Wind Fury Totem, which gives you a chance to have a third attack. And do not forget, we scale with Wind Fury damage. Whenever you have a Wind Fury proc, especially with all the modifiers we have physical damage, you're going to crit for 20k, pretty much, like between 15k and 20k, which is actually awesome, because every time you're going to do an attack, it will do 20k, pretty much. And good thing is also you have ascendance, you have doom winds, you have multiple things to actually give you extra damage. So always put the Wind Fury Totem, doesn't cost too much mana, and it is good to go. And what you want to do is pretty much apply frost shock, flame shock, frost shock on the enemy, and then maybe go for a go. So you have heroism, put it on yourself or on your ally. So we're going to do this: doom winds into feral spirit into ascendance, and pretty much just do wind strikes, wind strike, wind strike. Don't even do elemental blast, but if you want to do it, just do it, and pretty much just wind strike on CD, and then you can put the feral spirits again and again and again, and we're doing a lot of damage. And you see my details, I have 72k DPS, and it was even up to 75k DPS. Nobody actually survives that damage, even whenever they have PS. Often not, what you do is just switch targets, and since you are at that point a ranged class, because wind strike and your auto attacks are going to be from range, you're going to have a lot of damage potential even whenever they are kiting you. Of course, you prefer to be melee because there is a lot of interactions where you prefer to be melee anyways. So the damage is insane, and if you're going to see the damage profile, we have Wind Fury as top damage. I do 21k crit on it maximum. We have Lightning Bolt. Again, I didn't press once Lightning Bolt, it was all Thorgrim's Invocation. I had 9 hits, which did a crit for 70k. I have Wind Strike, of course, doing insane damage because it hits 2 times. So it critted for 47k and then also 20k. We have also our Feral Spirits doing a good chunk of damage. And then you have Elemental Blast doing a normal hit for 81k, but whenever you're critting, it does notice very much. We have Forked Lightning, again, that's your PvP talent. A lot of passive damage you're going to do, and it will be, again, very noticeable. Wind Lash is pretty much your melee attacks. Flame Tongue attacks, again, melees. Ascendance, which is the AoE that you're going to provide with your Ascendance Go. And then you have, of course, your melee attacks and Storm Blast, which is, again, sad because it's a RNG proc. But whenever you get a lot of RNG procs, you do get a lot of damage. It is a very, very bursty build. It is also a very RNG build. So whenever you get a lot of luck with your Wind Strike procs and your damage whenever it's very high, you're going to one-shot people. And sometimes you're not going to one-shot people. And again, you're not going to be a Ascendant bot, because to be honest, Ascendance on deeply rooted elements is very RNG. It can sometimes not proc for 3 minutes, and then sometimes it can proc 5 times in a row. So it is what it is. I prefer to have control on Ascendance, and also just in general, you have your self buffs with Legacy of the Frost Witch, Feral Spirits. You have a lot of damage available to you, and whenever you're doing Heroism with Doom Winds, it is doing a lot of damage by itself. And then you have a second go, which is possible, but in Solo Shuffle, 3-minute matches are not very common. But if you have a 3-minute match and you have your second Ascendance, people die. And I started to play with this build because I did understand, at least from my understanding, is since healing is very affected by dampening and your defensive is basically healing, which is sucky. I hope they do change that aspect of Enhancement Shaman, but we will see. The problem is we don't heal for a crap whenever we have actually 2 minutes games. So if you have Ascendance Go, it's nice, and even if it's a 3-minute CD, it's annoying, but you're not going to survive for 3 minutes anyways, except if the healer is in a god mode status and he's going to make you survive. You're going to be the target anyways. So instead of focusing healing on yourself, you can focus on damage and maybe one-shot people, which can give you the oomph needed to win games. And that's why I'm playing like super greedy with Shamanism, because again, Shamanism is a 20% haste, basically a PI for 10 seconds every minute, which is not bad, especially if you have a PI on you, you will have insane haste. But every time you're playing with a caster, or every time you're playing with a melee, and you put it on a melee or a caster, they're going to enjoy it. So I like it to play with it, although it's very greedy. Swelling Waves is maybe better to survive, but I feel like dampening is just too harsh for Enhancement Shaman. And yes, the initial healings are very nice, but I don't know. I do not press that much Healing Surge. Whenever I do, it is noticeable, but the longer the game goes and the more I feel like, why am I pressing Healing Surge? I should just press damage. But outside of your goes, of course, try to press Healing Surge a bit more than your Elemental Blast or Lightning Bolt. To be honest, I don't press Lightning Bolt that much anymore. Because Elemental Blast, you have 2 stacks, and outside of those stacks, anyways, you'll be doing a lot of Healing Surge, so there is that. But yeah, that's pretty much the explanation behind the rotation. Now you're going to have some Solo Shuffle gameplay, and yeah, if you have questions, please be sure to comment below the questions you have. We're trying to help as many people as we can on this channel. We are trying to motivate you for PvP, to give tips to beginners, to intermediate, and also veteran players. Try to give some good gameplay to watch, but also trying to be entertaining and educative for majority of people. So again, press like if you like the video, and we will catch each other right away with a Solo Shuffle match. So here we go back with a solo shuffle match. The beginning of this video was pretty much the rotation, the explanation behind the build, and just the idea behind the build. It is not a new build. I think a lot of people play this build, although high elo you don't see a lot of that. But again, I want to preface, description below and comments below, you see my add-ins, you see the video where I explain my add-ins, my settings and UI. Please watch this video because again, a lot of people are actually like trying to comment and ask me about add-in settings in UI, which is not a problem, but I've made a video about it, so I prefer people to watch that video to actually see the add-ins and the settings I'm using for World of Warcraft. Now let's start right away. We're playing versus a Destruction Warlock. Go Destro, but if it's a Fist Weaver, we might switch on the Fist Weaver. We're playing with a Fury Warrior, which is a bit sad, but again, we don't have an MS effect, so we do have some good things around that. I think it is a Fist Weaver, which is not good. All right, that's not good. Can I get heal? All right. I'm gonna switch on the Woo! Get wrecked! Did you see the damage? Woo! I told you, and I even messed up my go, but did you see Wind Fury attack? Bam, 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 bam. A lot of Wind Fury attacks, just making people suffer, man. And that's what I like. Again, we did do a big elemental blast, and he didn't understand what was happening to him, but it was actually good. Before the match has started, actually what you want to do is do the Earth Elemental to get that sweet 15% maximum health. Go Destro. Go Sap. Go, 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 go. I'll let him Sap. We can obviously... Alright, now you have to kidney... Alright, don't kidney then. It's alright. I'm going to give you heroism. I'm going to put my totem. I'm going to burst right away. Let's go. I mean, I don't get to play. Let's go. Where is... I don't know, man. I can't do much there. The evoker is actually being a bit toxic, but whatever. I'm in combat. I think I'm going on the thingy. I'm going to give heroism whenever I can. Okay, he got heroism. I'm gonna put my Earth Elemental. Let's go. Ascendance, Pearl Spirits, and now I'm going to go for the Rogue. Okay, the Rogue pops his CDs. Now I'm going to do a lot of damage on the Fury whenever I can. Stunning him. I'm gonna switch on the... I'm going to hex the monk. Man, it's very difficult to play versus a... He's dead. He's alive, alright. I'm in caps. And I'm disarmed. Nothing we can do, man. The evoker... I don't know, man. We'll see if it's a healer diff or not. But you see the damage I can propose is very high. Just, again, I think Fistweaver is just that much stronger. Yeah. Let's try to sit on the distro. Or maybe the warrior will win all the games, which could happen as well, but we'll see. Okay, let's go. Sap it. Sap it off, maybe? I don't know. Never mind. Do not. I'm gonna go with a burst right away. Okay, he already that's annoying. Gonna push you. Thank you very much. And we won. GG's. So it's very hard to talk what I'm actually explaining the things I'm doing. But you see that with my ascendance, I can get a lot of damage out, especially with Wind Fury and Storm Strike and Wind Strike. But again, people are going to try to stop you. They are going to focus you anyways. That's bound to happen. So what you want to do here is probably play with Grounding Totem, man. You want to play with Grounding Totem. Go hard. Let's go on the distro. I'm gonna put the Earth Elemental. I'm in combat, I'm in combat, I'm in combat. Bro, heal me! I'm in combat! Never mind, it's fine. I give you heroism. I'm stunned, but I didn't do my full burst. Now I'm gonna do my full burst. Let's go. Wind strike, let's go. On the road maybe? You better use your defenses, man. And now he should be dead really soon. Very soon actually. And he's dead. Look at this. So you see the damage we are always proposing. Like, look, he cannot survive. The evoker is actually like in panic mode. He cannot really heal that, and it's actually very funny. So nice. Go who? So obviously the evoker is like outmatched by the fist weaver. I think fist weaving is just that much stronger right now, and evokers have difficulties. We are sitting around 1500 MMR with this tune, and we're going to try to get it back up. Now this build is brought me from 1400 to 1600 with one sitting, which is quite nice. Let's go rogue. I'm going to give you heroism. I'm going to burst right away. Maybe on the I'm stunned. Oh, okay. He's dead. See ya. So we got 4 wins. We did win one time with the evoker because of the one shot in the start of the match, so it was very nice. But you see that with this build you have more agency because you have the burst to do damage. And I think heroism is such a great PvP talent that nobody's really using because we are a bit PvP talent starved. We need like 4 or 5 to actually be a real class. I think you will have a lot of fun with Enhancement Shaman. We didn't really showcase the class correctly, but you just see the amount of healing that the evoker had to do to actually keep up with the damage that is currently in the game. But fist weaving is just that much effective. He does 2.2 million damage, which is half the damage of the rogue, and the evoker cannot propose the same, so there is that. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. Really appreciate you. We will make a PvP guide coming into the future. I'm going to play more this build. I think this build is very fun, so people are playing Enhancement Shaman, please try this build. Try to play full haste, try to play the most bursty iteration of Enhancement Shaman out there. I know it's not the best iteration of Enhancement Shaman right now. We do struggle a lot in Solo Shuffle and also in 3s and 2s, but maybe in the future we get a rework like Retribution Paladin and we will have our time in the sun. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. Be sure to stay safe. We will catch each other very soon in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.